Hi everyone, we're going to work on test 4 review together. This is part 2, question number 9. Use Cramer's rule to solve the system of equation that we have here. So first, we're going to write the coefficient matrix, which is coefficient of x and y here. Make sure x and y are in the same order in the two equations that you see here. So 2, 3, 5, and -2. We're going to find the determinant of this, which is 2 times -2, that's -4, minus 5 times 3, -15, that's -19. Next, we're going to use the same matrix, except that for the first column, we're going to use these two numbers. So this will be 19 and 19, and 3 and 2, 3 and -2 will go here. Now find the determinant of this one. We're going to call this dx. 19 times -2, which is -38, minus 19 times 3, which is going to be 57. So when you combine them, this will be -95. And next, again, we're going to use the same matrix as the first one. This time, the second column will be covered with these two numbers. So 2 and 5, and 19 and 19 will go here. Now we're going to find the determinant, and we call that dy. What is dy? 2 times 19. So 2 times 19 minus 5 times 19. And that will be equal to -57. Now we're ready to find x and y. X will be dx divided by d. So that's -95 divided by -19. And y is dy divided by d. That's -57 divided by -19. So you can write your answer as ordered pair and write 95 over 19 because the negatives cancel, and 57 over 90. Now we're going to practice that one more time for the next question. Question number 10. Okay, so first make your coefficient matrix 5, 2, 4, -6, and find the determinant of this one. That's 5 times -6, which is -30, minus 4 times 2, 8. So that will be equal to -38. And next, we're going to use the same matrix, but the first row will be 16 and 9. So I write 16 and 9 here, and 2 and -6 will be the same place. Now you find d, we call that dx. That's 16 times -6, which is equal to -96, minus 2 times 9, that's 18. So the answer is -114. And now I'm going to find the next one. Use the same matrix. The first column will be the same. This time the second column will be those two numbers. And we find dy. That's 5 times 9. Which is 45 minus 4 times 16. That will be 64. The answer is -19. And now we are ready to find x. X is dx divided by d, which is -114 divided by -38. And that's equal to 3. And y is dy divided by d. That's -19 divided by -38, which is 1 over 2. So the answer will be 3 and 1 over 2. Okay, now we're going to work on question number 11 here. We're using Cramer's rule again to solve the system of equations. So first, I'm going to make my coefficient matrix, which is just coefficient of all these x and y and z. Okay, so this, as I said, is the first determinant, first matrix that is the coefficient of all x and y and z. Next one, we're going to use the same matrix, but the first column will be covered with these numbers, 0, -12, and -36. We're going to make another matrix as well, the same matrix as the first one, but this time the second column will be covered with these numbers. And the next one will be again the same matrix, but this time the third column will be covered with those numbers on the right side of the equation. And then we're going to find the determinant of each one. The first one is called d, second is dx, this one will be dy, and the last one will be dz. Let's find each of them. Okay, how do I find the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix? You're going to choose one row or one column, any one you like. I'm going to call the first one, and I'm going to write those numbers 1, 1, and 1. Remember that the first number should be multiplied by +1, second one will be multiplied by -1, and third one will be multiplied by 1. So that makes this one still 1. This one will be multiplied by -1, so makes it negative, and this one will be +1. And I'm going to erase these numbers. We don't need them anymore. Okay. Now I'm going to create some 2 by 2 matrices over here. So what are these 2 by 2 matrices? If I choose the first element and I cover the row and the column that includes this first element, I will have -1, 1, 5, and -1 left. So I'm going to write those here. So let's write them here. -1, 1, 5, and -1. Next, I'm going to go to the second number over here. Again, I will cover the row and the column that includes this element. And I will have 4, 1, -1, and 1 left. So let's write them here. 4, 1, -1, and -1. And the last one is this number. Cover the row and the column that includes this number. And we're going to write whatever is left here. So we will have 4, -1, -1, and 5, because this is what we have left now. Okay, next we're going to find the determinant of each of these and multiply by the number behind them. So this will be 1 times -1 times 1 is 1 minus 5 times 1. Then -1 times 4 times -1 is -4, minus -1 times -1 makes it +1. And next one, 1 times 4 times 5 is 20. -1 times -1 is +1. So you do minus +1. So we will have, this is -4 times 1 is -4. This is -3 times -1 is +3. This is 19 times 1 is 19. And when you add them all together, we're going to have 18. So this is determinant of the first one. We call that D. Let's keep that. Now we're going to go to the next one, to next matrix. We're going to find determinant of this one again. Again, list the first row, 0, and we know the second one should be multiplied by a negative, so makes it -1, and the last number is 1. And now we're going to find our 2 by 2 matrices here. Okay, so if I cover the row and the column for this number, I will have -1, 1, 5, and -1. Next one, I covered the row and the column of the second element over here, this one. So if I cover this row and this column, I will have -12, -36, 1 and negative 1 left here. And next we're going to go to the third element, cover the row and the column for that. It will be negative 12, negative 1, negative 36, and 5. Now let's find the determinant of this one. First one is multiplied by 0, so it doesn't make any change, it's 0. Next one, negative 1 times 12 times negative 1 is 12, minus negative 36 times 1 is negative 36, so makes it positive 36. And then plus 12, negative 12 times 5 is negative 60, minus negative 36 times negative 1 is positive 36, so write it down. Okay, so we will have, this will be 48, so that's negative 48, and this one will be negative 96, and when you combine them, this will be negative 144. That is our dx. Okay, next we're going to go to dy. Again, list the numbers of the first row, which is 1, 0, and 1. This will be positive, negative, and positive. And we make our matrix here, 2 by 2. Okay, I covered the first row and the first column. I will have negative 12, 1, negative 36, and negative 1. Next one, I cover this row and this column. I will have 4, 1, negative 1, and negative 1. And next we cover the row and the column of this number. We'll have 4, negative 12, negative 1, and negative 36. So we have 1 times 12 times negative 1 is 12, minus 36, negative 36 times 1 is negative 36, and we have a negative, makes it positive 36. Next one is 0, it doesn't count, so I'm just going to write minus 0, and then 1 times 4 times negative 36, that is negative 144, minus negative 1 times negative 12 is 12. So this will be 48 minus 0, and this one will be negative 156. And 48 minus 156 will be negative 108. So dy is equal to negative 108. I'm going to keep that here. And now I'm going to go to the next one, which is the last one here. Okay, so I'm going to list the numbers 1, negative 1, and 0. We know this one will be multiplied by a negative. Now the 2 by 2 matrices go here. Okay, cover the first row and first column. We will have negative 1, negative 12, 5, and negative 36. Then cover the second column and first row. We'll have 4, negative 12, negative 1, and negative 36. And the last one we covered, so we will have 4, negative 1, negative 1, and 5. Okay, now find the determinant. Negative 1 times negative 36 is 36, minus 5 times negative 12 is negative 60, so this is plus 60, minus 1, 4 times negative 36 is negative 144, minus negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12, and this one is 0, so we'll have 96. Negative 144 and negative 12 will be negative 156 times negative 1 will be positive 156, and when you add them, that's going to be equal to 252. So 252 is our dz. Okay, now that we have dx, dy, and dz, we are ready to find our x, y, and z. X will be dx divided by d. Y is dy divided by d, and z is dz divided by d. So this will be negative 144 divided by 18, negative 108 divided by 18, and 252 divided by 18. This one will be equal to negative 8. This one will be equal to negative 6. And last one will be equal to 14. So this is our x, y, and z. And this was the second part of test for review, which was until question 11. I will make another video for the rest of the questions.